Hello and welcome to the Big Bang Theory podcast. My name's John. I'm here with my friend and colleague Dan.
Hello.
So, Dan, the new season approaches.
Yep. Pretty soon.
1920. It seems like either the past or the future. I don't know.
Yeah. Bit of both.
Bit of both. First World War's ended. Things are getting back on track.
The Roaring Twenties.
Oh, yeah, the Roaring Twenties. Welcome aboard, everyone. Tally ho and all that. So
people are going to say that all the time, aren't they, when it actually is 2020? Oh, the Roaring Twenties.
Oh, that'd be quite good.
Are they?
Yeah, maybe.
People start wearing those... Women will start wearing those sort of like headbands with a feather sticking out of it.
Yeah. Men will wear, baggy trousers that are high-waisted.
Yeah, pleated trousers.
Pleated
with
trousers.
Yeah.
Centre partings will be back.
Yeah, greased right down.
Matt J's head of the curve.
Yeah, well, fair play to Matt J for that. He's got in there looking well 1920s. I think it's already back a bit. People are having those, always have like weddings, don't they, where the groom's wearing like tweed and braces.
That's true, they do.
Talking of weddings, it makes me sick.
Talking of weddings, congratulations to Ryan Bowman, married this summer.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, big man.
Congratulations. May all your elbowings be merry.
Yeah.
So it's the season 2019-2020, Exeter City, League 2, first game of the season this Saturday.
Yep, and more importantly, the inaugural episode, is that the right word, inaugural?
Yeah.
Of Series 2 of the Big Bang Theory podcast.
Welcome, everyone. You're ahead of the curve.
Which is our first...
inaugural season start?
Yeah, it's our first... Well, we started the last one halfway through the season, didn't we? So this is the first time we've sort of done a, fresh campaign.
There've been doubters out there, Dan, saying we wouldn't come back, saying we wouldn't make it back from our summer break. They thought we were 13 episodes and that was it.
No, we're back.
We're back.
We are back.
The label has approved our second album.
So I've not even been on my summer holiday yet. That's still to come.
Oh, all right. Well, I've been on mine, and it was, it was imbued, and it was very nice. Thank you. Thanks for asking, everyone. But we're back. The season's fresh. Hopes are high.
Are they?
Are they?
I think they're sort of moderate height.
Hopes are moderate height.
Yeah.
My hopes are high.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I tell you why.
Why is that?
Because we're going to win all the games.
Oh, there you go. Well, you have every right to think that way then.
Indeed, I do.
I think it's, am I right in thinking that the league is stronger than it was last season in terms of the teams that are now in it?
Well, Argyle, big team.
Yeah.
Scunthorpe, kind of a big team. Bradford,
Yeah.
well, historically big, notoriously tud of recent times.
Well, yeah.
And then, of course, we've lost.
But then you got like...
Don't miss Lincoln one jot.
You've got like Salisbury, what they're called? Salford.
Salford,
not Salisbury.
The other Sol.
They're yet to be taken over by millionaires.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
Yeah, so I guess you got Salford, who are big men on campus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it seems to me that we've always struggled against blimmin' Lincoln City, and they're gone, and I won't miss them. And
no, I won't miss them.
The seas opened up in front of us.
Yeah.
And Taylor walks in front of us like the prophet Moses, ready to carry us to the promised land. Big one. And
who are we in this analogy? The Israelites.
I guess we're the Israelites.
Right.
And the Egyptians are chasing it on chariots. That's Sol Campbell and Salford City.
Right.
Sol Campbell's like Pharaoh.
He's very pharaohic.
And
that
then,
word?
Yeah, pharaohic.
It is now.
And yeah, we're just trying to get across. So we'll talk about this more later on, but I think it could be a very good season.
Okay, cool.
So the squad, last time, of course, we did our pre-season podcast all about the players that had come in, and inevitably, within minutes of us recording the thing, City signed a load of new players.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's worth going through the squad to some extent. I've highlighted some. Some of the old names are there, your Sweeneys, your Woodmans, your Moxie, of course. But we brought in, two new goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Lewis Ward, Johnny Maxted.
Yeah, Lewis Ward, number 1, I think.
think that's the way it's going to go.
Well, and that I'm basing that on that Swansea game we went to.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how set in stone those numbers are, but let's say he is for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
And then
we've got Robbie Cundy, who's the big lad coming on loan from Bristol City.
Yep.
Massive player.
Big boy.
He's an absolute big boy. And then Gary Warren and Tom Parks was already in before we recorded last time. But Gary Warren, another big boy.
Yep.
With a classic accent, which you'll hear in a minute in between these segments.
Oh, really?
So good.
I like him.
Yeah, we all saw your hashtag on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I was saying at that Swansea game, he's just instantly my favourite Exeter City player now. I don't know why.
Of all time?
Not of all time, no. I don't know why he is at all, but I feel it very strongly.
I think he's an honest boy.
Yeah.
He's got a certain honesty to him. I think what he'll do is put his face on the line in the style of John Terry.
Yeah, you know he's already injured, don't you?
Injured, not playing, or just going to carry on?
Hamstring, so I think he's going to miss the first one.
Gary. So that's the defence. Looking like, honestly, Taggy said, didn't he? Taylor's made a team in his own image. I think that's true. I think that's a lot of hulking great big men, which we kind of missed last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we had O'Shea. He's pretty hulking.
He is pretty hulking.
But he's gone, so, you know.
And then in midfield, well, we already had a pretty good midfield, and we added Atangana to it, of course, who also injured, I think, for the beginning of the season.
Yep.
Then you've got your Taylors, your Williams, your Law, Lee Martin. Tilson's back currently.
Yep.
I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. I think he's got a certain quality that maybe not everyone else has got.
Well, he's here, isn't he? So...
On the plus side, he's here, and he's already got his shirt made up. So.
And he's a number, you know, as in he is a professional footballer that could play for Exeter City if needed. So.
Yes, true. And then up front, we've, I think, done our most exciting business.
Yeah.
Holmes and Bowman still there, Jay there. Fort, I don't know what's happening with him.
Well, he's not in the team photo.
Is he not?
Which came out yesterday. No, he's not there. I don't think there's been an official announcement, but it looks like it's game over. I
think City would not want to just curse the guy and say, well, he's retired forever, because he might recover.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
And maybe he's being allowed to train with them or something, but yeah, it doesn't look like we'll see him again. But the big
shame
names...
for him if that's
yeah,
true,
real shame.
Yeah.
But then we've got Nicky Ajosi and Alex Fisher joining in with that party up front.
Yeah.
I think that's exciting.
Seems like a bit of a coup, doesn't it? Like,
really does. Does.
But he's got his kind of reputation to a certain extent, you know, like, but I don't know. I think sometimes players come into a new club and that's not necessarily like anything you need to worry about, particularly to see how they get on, which is, you know, the same with everyone. And he scores goals, doesn't he? He's played at a much higher level than this in the past.
Yeah.
And,
until he was League One last season for Charlton, wasn't he? So
yeah, and it seemed like there were other teams interested, like who were like, you know, further up than us.
Yeah, yeah.
Pyramid. So another Egypt.
Is that Pharaoh's pyramid? Yeah.
So yeah, exciting, and he looked quite good, didn't he?
He did. I thought him and Bowman in the Swansea game linked up well.
He didn't touch the ball for I think probably the first 20 minutes.
Yes, but
maybe longer.
In fairness, not really anyone did.
No. True.
Swansea were all over us.
Yeah, and but then I thought after that he really wanted to, he quite clearly wanted to have a shot, didn't he? And he just got a couple of shots in. I thought he looked good link-up play. And there's one moment where you kind of think with a player like that, maybe he'll be sort of selfish. And he had a real chance to score, and he squared it back for Bowman because he was in a better position. And I thought that was an encouraging sign as well. So,
do we think this is the Stockley money being used?
Yeah, I guess so. Or the student flats money.
Oh yeah, the old student flats money. Yeah. He was less good up front when he student flats. So that's the squad for the season, which makes me feel happy. Yeah,
another couple notable ones I think is Jack Sparks and Ben Seymour, both of who it looks like they're going to, you know, from everything Taylor's been saying and from the amount of time they've been playing in friendlies, it looks like those two will be like part of the actual first team squad. like Archie Collins was last season, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Like, it looks like the other youngsters are sort of going out on loan or gone out on loan.
Yep.
And I think it looks like those two will be the ones. Yeah, I think there's an interview with Taylor the other day where he said, I could have brought in another lone striker, but decided against it because, you know, Ben Seymour's proving himself, so he's got to be given a chance, isn't he?
Well, I think that's great.
He looked great, I thought. So lively.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, you always think that with loan players, don't you? There must be a bit of pressure on the manager thinking, I've brought them down here, I'm having to pay them a bit,
Yeah,
and also I'm promising their manager at home that they'd be used a bit.
of course.
So there must be a bit of pressure to, you know,
Donovan Wilson.
and
that other guy. Tristan Abrahams.
Yeah, that's right. And so there must be a bit of pressure. Whereas if it's your own in-house one, you might well just be thinking, well, anything they get is beneficial for them, you know.
Absolutely.
So,
And there's no pressure from anyone, is there? I mean, if it doesn't work out, then they just go back into developing, don't they?
Yeah.
With the reserves, or then they go out on loan in January or whatever. You know, like.
so I can see there's a real
And then there's Noah Smurden as well, of course.
Smurden,
who's-
gone out on loan
Yeah.
already.
But that's a promising one for the future, isn't it? You know.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it seems like... So we've only got one loanee, I think, haven't we? And that's Cundy at the minute. Is that right?
So far.
So he might add a couple more, I suppose. But I honestly can't see weakness in that. I mean, obviously injuries can happen, but I think if those players are fit and healthy throughout the season, that's a strong squad.
Yeah, I think there's one glaring area which is right back. We only have Pierce Sweeney is the only recognised right back, I think, in the squad, isn't he? I know Will Dean came on in the Swansea game and played there, but I kind of expect that he'll go out on loan, and I do think you want to have someone pushing Sweeney.
I think that's probably true.
Competition for that place, and obviously the name that keeps coming up is Kane Wilson.
Maybe we'll see him. He liked being here. 2 different loan
From
periods.
what I can tell from sort of searching sort of online and like some things that West Brom fans are saying is that he's not even playing in West Brom friendlies.
Right.
He's not featured in the under 23s game they played the other day. So like, it looks like he's not part of the plan for this season. So you'd have to imagine he's going out on loan.
It's another
We
new
need a
manager,
right
of course.
back.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going to happen. Bilic now, isn't it, the West Brom manager?
Slaven Bilic?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the band Rawbone. Is it Rawbone or Rawbo?
I'm not familiar with Bilic's musical
Oh, do you not know?
world.
He's in a
I
band.
knew he was in a band. I didn't know the name.
I think it's Rawbo.
Wow. Thank you, Slaven.
I haven't heard them.
So, yeah, I mean, Wilson would be excellent, wouldn't he, to come in
Yeah,
there?
I think it makes sense for everybody, but I mean, if it doesn't happen, I'd be interested to know why. You know,
Yeah.
not that I'm ever going to find out why. Not
Okay.
going to ring me up and tell me.
Is he not?
No, probably not.
Selfish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the squad for the season then.
Delighted to be honest with you. I can't wait now to get started and to get the season underway. But very, very honoured and privileged to come and play for a club like this. Obviously, the last few years, the club have made sort of big strides and have sort of nearly got promoted out of the league. So yeah, delighted to.
So, first game of the season, home at St James Park against Sol Campbell's Macclesfield Town.
Yeah.
Now,
The Silkmen.
the Silkmen.
The Silkmen cometh.
Good. And now, Macclesfield, as you know, were absolutely odds on to go back down last season. And until Campbell came in, they were having an absolute disaster. And somehow he scraped them right up into safety, including, well, he was manager, but he wasn't yet managing them when they played us at home, and then they beat us away as well. And he saved them. They stayed up.
Yeah.
But the fans are not happy.
Are they not?
They've played pre-season games,
Okay.
6 of them.
Yeah.
They've won none of them.
Oh.
They played Hartlepool United in their last friendly. Hartlepool non-league, lost 4-0.
Oh dear.
The week before that, they played Leek Town, fallen giants Leek Town, drew 0-0. They basically can't score. They brought in a couple of sign-ins from the non-league.
I looked at this. I didn't I hadn't heard of any of them.
No, it's players from like Kidderminster Harriers, Fraser Horsfall's vaguely been around those kind of games for the last season or so, but it's not great.
You think that's part of the reason for having a sort of celebrity manager is to get, so you can like entice players in.
I wonder if this is what's going on.
That's what they always say about Premier League teams, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, he'll get the big names in.
And you look at like Lampard, worked well at Derby. I wonder if this is what's going on. Sol Campbell, famous for playing for both North London Premier League clubs. Those places are nowhere near Macclesfield. And I wonder if he can't get anyone up there. Seems mad though. Like Macclesfield's surrounded by Premier League clubs. And
I mean, they're better positioned than us. And we've managed to bring people in, and like some people of some reputation as well. If you look at like some of the signings we've made, and I don't know. I mean, I know I'm biased, but you would think I'd rather play for Exeter than Macclesfield. And like Sol's like,
you think so? I mean, they get very
know.
few to their home games.
Right.
They at the Hartlepool away friendly. I know it's a friendly. I know it's Hartlepool, which is hardly the most glamorous destination. Do you know how many supporters they took?
no, tell me.
18.
18?
Yeah, 1-8.
Wow.
I mean, it's grim. You read through their stuff, and they are.
Was that like a really sunny day though?
I don't think it matters, Dan. 18 is ridiculous. That's 4 cars.
Yeah. It's not even one coach, is it?
No.
No point. Not even a minibus.
No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to, this is obviously me cursing them to them. You're getting a result against us, but you'd hope that we can go into that game thinking we've had a really good pre-season, which we have.
Well, we've not lost, have we?
We've not lost. We've prepared really well in terms of signings have been coming in constantly, players of note, players of experience.
Yeah.
They've basically brought in no one, and the players they have brought in have been coming up to Macclesfield rather than any kind of League Two recognised player. And
have they got kind of like financial sort of woes?
Yeah, they got all sorts of financial problems.
Yeah, well, that's got to be something to do with that.
Definitely,
and then
doesn't help.
Then the enthusiasm from the supporters is only going to be affected by that, isn't it? So if you're thinking, oh, this is like a nightmare, like how much is Sol getting paid?
Well, I wonder. I mean, it's funny, innit? Anyway, don't worry. Fear not, Dan, and fear not Macclesfield Town fans, because the cafe's got a special on, though. They've got their own cafe, the Silkman Cafe.
Well, they bring it with them.
I don't think they bring it with them, but these are available if you ever go to
Okay, right.
Macclesfield for a game. You can go throughout the week. You don't even have to go for a game. On Thursday, listen to this absolute treat. It's a special. It's an oat cake filled with cheese and sausage and topped with beans.
Wow.
2, please.
How much?
$3.95.
Seems a lot.
Don't worry. On Friday...
I mean, our catering isn't exactly,
Well, I mean, football catering's football catering, isn't it? But this isn't even the match day. This is the calf on the side.
Oh, okay. We don't even have that. We've got a pub, though.
Well, we've got other facilities that
Lovely.
Macclesfield can only dream of.
Yeah. Have you been in the centre spot
Yes.
recently?
No.
Oh, it's really weird.
In what way? Has it got weirder?
Well, they've painted it all for a
Okay.
start in sort of city colours. So there's like a sort of a red wall and like a white, and it's got these like sort of weird, massive like quotes all like all over the walls everywhere.
Okay,
And
like
it's
inspirational quotes.
Yeah, but they're not even like that inspirational. I wish I could remember what any of them are. They're not even that inspirational. They're just like really weird quotes about football, and I think like they're not even to do with City. It's sort of like one's from like Jamie Redknapp or something, and like it
Well-known
just looks
football
weird
philosopher.
in there. And I liked it a lot more when it just looked like
A load of shirts and scarves and flags.
yeah, but it looked like absolute classic kind of like social club kind of / community pub. You know, those sort of places,
Yeah.
and it sort of like stinks of fags and beer, and there's like proper
Yeah.
like old fag. That's what it was like, and it was so
no one
good.
had smoked in there in 10 years and it still smelled of fags.
No, and now it doesn't, and it's not as good.
Well, okay.
I don't know.
Do you think it was a deal?
Obviously, it's a lot. Someone has put a lot of work into it, and and I'm not knocking that, but I just liked it better before, and I find the sort of like some of the kind of like interior design choices a bit strange.
I wonder if this has happened. Harry Redknapp's on the phone. Harry, would you come down to do a midsummer talk at the Great Hall for Exeter City. I'd like to, I really would, but my son's name just isn't out there enough, and especially not his quotes about football. Don't worry, Harry. We'll get him up on the wall of the centre spot. Terrific.
Yeah, maybe. I might be misremembering the Jamie Redknapp quote, but I would say this about Harry Redknapp: if there's anyone that would like the vibe of an old English sort of like pub, it'd be him.
Surely.
He'd be right at home.
He mainly likes fish suppers down the seafront, doesn't he? What's his wife called?
Sandra.
Yeah, I'll take Sandra down. He's always talking like that. Took Sandra for a fish supper down.
Yeah,
wherever.
but I also reckon he likes an old pub.
I'm
And
sure that's true.
we haven't got one
Sandra
anymore.
less so, perhaps.
Anyway,
Other pubs are available just outside the
no, they're all terrible.
edge of the ground. Are they?
All awful, yeah.
Oh dear.
Duke of York.
Duke of York, fine establishment. Okay, so that's Macclesfield's Cafe. But don't worry, on a Friday, the specials aren't over. You can get this. It's called a Football Dobber Extra.
Dobber.
Dobber.
Okay. That's some northern term that we don't use around here.
2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 egg, 2 hash brown, cheese and mushrooms. Have that before you play a game on a Saturday. I think we're starting to see...
Sounds like a fry-up to me.
Sounds like a fry... No, it's not a fry-up. It's a Football Dobber special. Football Dobber Extra, part of the specials range at the Silkmen Cafe, Macclesfield.
Wow, okay.
Get in touch.
As far as I'm concerned, dobber is like someone who's like like a grass, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's dobbed you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't have that in Macclesfield.
No.
I'm looking it up.
Look up Dobber on the Northwestern Dictionary. But don't worry, everyone, they do deliver, so you can get your oatcake filled with cheese, sausage and topped with beans delivered to
Dobber.
Southern Hay.
Well, dobber, a few sources. One saying it's like a thing you use to mark off your numbers in bingo.
True.
A dobber.
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary obviously says it's a penis. But that's just like, it says anything you type into that will just say it's like a...
Did you see the size of his dobber? Listeners.
A member of the working class in Scotland or Ireland who is seen as undereducated with poor taste,
Maybe it's
especially in clothes and poor social skills.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's one of those, a football, poor taste, poorly educated fan. They'll enjoy this. Shame on you, Macclesfield.
Anyway, I don't know what they're on about.
No, neither do I.
It's a fry-up, lads. Sol,
Sol will
Sort your
deliver
calf
it,
out.
but not in his beige trousers. You're not going to eat one of those oat cakes in Sol's cream/beige trousers.
no
that he
chance. Not with baked beans involved.
I'll go everywhere, Sol.
Yeah.
Think about it, mate.
You'll be very careful. I'm a man who wears a white T-shirt to a curry, and I understand the risks involved in that, and I'm a very careful eater. But, you know, football fans, and at a football match, I know this is in the calf, but, like, how are you going to eat that? You're stood up, presumably.
Someone scores, Bowman's elbow hits your hot dog. Before you know it, it's all over your white T-shirt
It's not worth it.
or beige trousers.
It's not worth it. Eat before you go.
Do you think Bowman always has his elbows out when he's eating?
Oh, yeah, bound to.
Do you
Yeah.
think the family just sit on the other side of the table? He gets a whole side of table to himself.
I imagine it's just sort of like the house is sort of like prepared for it, so it's like much bigger table, big lot of space for that, wide doorways.
Yeah, he can get his elbows
Yeah.
through his doorways. Of course.
Yeah.
It's like,
Really
in
big bed. He would need a big
office-
bed anyway because he's he's a big bloke, isn't he? So
Big bloke, big bed,
yeah,
big elbows.
yeah.
His lucky wife. So that is Macclesfield Town. I don't want to curse it down. I really don't. But we've got to be looking to get a result. Start the season solidly. They're only bringing 12 from Macclesfield.
Yeah.
They've sold 8 tickets. And I'm making this up, but I think it'll be. I think they're livid. I think they preferred the non-league.
Maybe. I don't know. Do they like rugby up there or something? Seems like the sort of place they would
It's
prefer
Manchester, isn't it,
rugby.
Macclesfield?
Yeah.
So probably like Super League.
Is that the sort of like
Yeah.
shit version of rugby?
Yeah,
What did they used to call it? Rugby league?
that is what it's called. Rugby League.
That's still called that.
Rugby League, Rugby Union.
What's Super League then?
Yeah, that's that. Super League's like Premier League for the Rugby League. Warrington Wolves and Hull Tigers and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's the old, you get pinned on the floor and then you have to do a weird squirm instead of a scrum. I don't know anything about rugby, but I just remember that from watching Grandstand in the 90s.
Yeah.
And he wore short shorts. And Martin Afire. And Tony Adams is now their president.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a weird one, isn't it? Anyway, that's nothing to do with anything. So let's move on. So that is Macclesfield. So, yeah, I think we've got to be...
We've got to be flying.
Yeah.
And I think that the key players this season, I think it's really good that we've got goalkeepers who are just a different kind of goalkeeper to Pim. And
Yeah, well, I thought there's not much to go on. Obviously, Swansea were too strong for us in that friendly, but his kicking looked good, didn't it?
Really did. Really did. And I think Randall Williams is going to be key for us this season.
I was going to say Randy. He's absolutely the man.
And then how Bowman and a Jose and Holmes.
Well, I think Holmes is going to be... He's got to be more of a bit part... I can't see him in the first team. I think Lee Martin, if he can stay fit for a significant amount of time, could be a really important player for us.
Yep, agree with that.
And, a Jose and Bowman, you've got to think those two.
And I'm assuming Taylor's going to be freed up from the kind of defensive midfield role a bit.
It looked like that a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I hope so, because, Collins is better suited at playing as the further back of that midfield too, if that's what it's going to be. It looked pretty standard 4-4-2 to me.
Then we'll see what happens when Atangana comes in, won't we?
Yeah, I don't know anything about tactics, and sometimes, it's really difficult to tell. Some people are so good at knowing what's going on, and
I think standing on the big bank makes it really hard. But unfortunately,
that's
named the podcast
view.
No, I think you've got to see it from the side.
No, not for seeing the formation.
No, maybe not.
If they show you the graphic on the screen, they don't have it side on, do they? If we're shooting towards the St James's Park end,
we got
wards right in front of us,
that
should be. You should easily be able to see what formation it is. And I say it was 4-4-2.
Well, if you want a different view,
so Taylor a bit further forward, I think that could be the.
Okay, we'll see. And Atangana's come in at some point later in the season, we think.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be. I haven't heard anything recently, but I don't think it's supposed to be too. He's not that injured, I don't think.
No, okay.
Well, I think it was a bad one, but I think he was
not like his head's come off.
No, it's not like he's got an infected knee.
Yeah, poor old thought. So, I want to tell you this. I met a man from Leicester who was best man to another man who got married, and the page boy was a young Jake Taylor.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. So this is 20 years ago, I guess. And so this guy I met, Si, hears about Jake Taylor's career through the groom of this wedding, obviously.
Yeah,
so the groom will say, "Oh, you remember that lad who was my page boy?" And so he's been telling Si all about Taylor's career. And Taylor apparently specifically had opportunities to leave City and chose not to because he basically professed, why would I want to go anywhere else? This is the perfect situation. He loves being captain of the club. He loves being part of this setup that we've got. He had the opportunity for kind of being a rising Premier League star, and, it didn't work out for him or whatever, but he saw this as, and sees this as, the kind of perfect place to be. So, I mean, it makes me love him even more to hear this stuff,
Yeah.
I think he's...
Oh, that's nice. Well, we're already, I think our feelings on Jake Taylor have been, like, pretty clear, haven't they? But they're both big fans. I definitely think he's, like, underrated and underappreciated.
Yeah.
And I like that, I like to hear those sort of things.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah. And I do think that a lot of people feel that way about coming and playing in Exeter. If you had, like, you maybe, like, you're not, you've kind of realised, right, I'm not going to be a Premier League player. Like, I mean, I accepted that at one stage in my life. And then, so presumably that, like...
I'm still hopeful.
Yeah. Yeah. Pipe dreams are good. But anyway, like... So maybe at that point, players like that, they'll find a smaller team. And if you come here and it is a nice place to live, isn't it?
It really is. And he, Instagram tells us he always takes his daughter to World of Country Life. You can't commute there from Reading.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No, where is that?
Exmouth.
World of Country Life.
Never been
is it
there.
Like looking at lambs?
It's half looking at old combine harvesters and half death slides.
Oh, right. Okay.
Perfect combination.
Yeah, okay. Like a sort of Devon County show all year round.
Yeah.
No, they haven't got death slides there, actually.
They should have.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like kind of Creeley kind of thing.
Kind of a more rural Creeley.
No, Creeley's pretty rural.
But, like playing on
you
the
should go and look at a bull if you want.
Yeah, all right. Playing on the here's a scarecrow kind of thing. Here's an old threshing machine your granddad used to use.
You can't play on that, presumably.
No, you really shouldn't play on
World of Country Life. I've never heard of it.
Well, we'd like to go, so if anyone would like to send us free tickets, I'll take Dan, I'll give him a tour, we'll talk you through it.
Yeah, I love looking at agricultural machinery.
There you go, you heard it here.
I don't actually, but I do like a traction engine. What the hell are they? Like, what is it?
Just for pulling things.
Yeah, but why are they so like decorative? It's they don't
like-
do that sort of thing
It's
nowadays, do they?
No, they do. They absolutely do.
You see like a tractor. It's just like functional.
Well, all right, here's what happened. When traction engines were the thing, farmers did not have cars. They were the only thing that people had, right? They were tractors before combustion engines, right? They were steam powered.
Yeah.
So think what any young farmer that you know now, they've got an absolute
I don't
kevved
know-
up.
I don't
You
know any young farmers.
Well, if you know any young farmers, listeners,
wanna
you'll
know
know they've got a Peugeot 205 with neon lights underneath.
Oh, I see. It's the
It's
equivalent
that.
of like sort of souping up your like pimp my ride kind of
It's
thing.
absolutely pimping your ride, but you
Right.
think, what I'll do here is do a kind of
got
yellow
lots-
and red
Yeah.
floral display on the back of my traction
And
engine.
you've got lots of sort of brass things and like gilding everywhere.
Exactly that. And calling it Old Bessie is the modern day equivalent of calling it like my bird.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Weird.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Traction engines.
Mm.
Topics we never thought we'd cover on the Big Bang Theory podcast. And to think that one of our friends accused us of not really talking about football. Okay, that is Macclesfield Town. That's the way forward for the season.
Yep.
Fell to Exeter and today is rewarded with his FA Cup debut in a bargain basement team that includes 4 players signed on free transfers and only 3 who cost fees totalling a modest £135,000. But manager Alan Ball believes in the spirit of adventure. It's a 4-3-3 formation. Davis, number 9, will be left side midfield. The 3 up front are Storer, Ross and Wigley.
So Grecian's watchers will have seen a couple of things happening in the old player department.
Okay.
Ethan Ampadu,
Yeah. Leipzig.
Leipzig, RB Leipzig.
Yeah. But on loan, so we have to wait for that money for at least a year.
Yes, yeah. But I think he'll do well there.
Yeah. Well, it's he'll play, won't he?
He'll play.
Yeah.
Lookman's gone there from Everton. He was there last year, I think.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And they're Champions League, aren't they?
Are they?
Believe so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
whether we'll see Ampadu in the Champions League or not, I don't know. But it probably means he'll get some proper Bundesliga matches.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of like keeping an eye on how he gets on, as I have done since he left. But yeah, I think that's great. That's great for him, isn't it?
I'm really pleased
Not
for
so
him.
good for us because obviously we could do with that cash, but like
Give us the cash.
we have got the student flat cash, so
Flat cash.
it's not as desperate.
Yeah, so that's Ampadu. Now, other watchers, and this might have changed by the time you listen to this, will have noticed that David Wheeler no longer wanted by QPR.
Yeah, he's been released or is about to be released,
Or
right?
about to be sold or something.
Yeah,
I don't...
he ain't coming back here.
He's not coming back to us.
No
But he
way.
definitely didn't want to. He was weird in that game, wasn't he?
Well, it pushed Moxie over, didn't he?
pushed Moxie over.
Or into Taggy's electronic advertising board.
Yeah, Taggy was more worried about the board, of course. But that's
Was it
Wheeler.
that side? I can't remember where it was on the pitch, actually. Let's just say it was.
Yeah,
Let's say he knocked a few pixels out.
Yeah, outrageous.
As much as I like having that thing, very few things bring me more joy than seeing that thing on the blink in the middle of a game. I love it.
Yeah, I love that rifty
The
car
whole
hire.
bit like not working. and they're
Stagecoach
flashing up.
buses. Yeah, terrible.
And you just see like the windows like background come up or whatever, like.
Reboot.
Yeah.
So that was Wheeler. So, I mean, I guess people think he'll go to that team from Milton Keynes that we dare not talk about.
Yeah.
But Troy Brown's been, of course, training with MK.
Yeah, but I think he's been more recently on trial at Bury.
Okay.
He played for Bury against Blackburn the other night, and so it looks like perhaps he can get a deal there.
I mean, Bury are in absolute dire straits, aren't they? They're currently talking, and again, listeners, this might have changed by the time you hear this. Bury are currently talking about having their first weekend's games called off.
Oh, right.
Which is madness.
Yeah,
And they got
yeah.
promoted. Bolton the same.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well,
Troy-
maybe he'll be on some sort of pay-as-you-play
I think that's
deal.
what they're all on. I think they're all struggling to get.
But they're probably
paid at
thinking,
all.
well, he's not going to play, is he? Because he's going to get injured. So Troy,
I mean, I
don't
hope he
know.
does well. I want him to do well. I've always liked
Deliveroo
him.
always hiring. That's no good for your knee. Yeah, no, I'm only joking. I hope it works out for him. I really like him. And good luck to him.
And so maybe Wheeler will go to MK.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I mean, he was a good player, but I guess QPR are a massive squad, aren't they? And if you're not getting played,
He's not, yeah, I mean,
it was a bit of a jump, wasn't it? Looking at it now.
I think it's too big a jump, and yeah, he's 2 years older, 3 years older now, isn't he, as well, and had more injuries. And yeah, I mean, again, like I don't have any problem with him either. So like, apart from pushing over Moxie, which whatever, I don't care. But
I care about Taggy's advertising board.
yeah, well, we all do. But yeah, him. And then who else is there? There's
the Preston North Ends.
Yeah, they're still going, aren't they?
Yeah.
Story's gone. No, not Story. Sorry. You got, what was his name? Mate, you scored that goal in the playoff semi. You know.
I don't know.
Jack Stacey.
Oh, Jack Stacey.
He's gone to Bournemouth.
He has, and that's a great move. I mean, he was one of those players that actually looked constantly great, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, interesting.
But not one of our own as such. But yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you another one who is sort of one of our own, although I think he weirdly was born in Germany. Sean Goss. Remember him? Went to United for 100 grand.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Yeah.
He's now he as well has just been released
By Man U?
No, he'd gone to someone else.
Okay.
And then had been on loan in Scotland last season, and now he's without a club.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, he's not going to come back, is he? But it's just, the people were talking about him.
Okay.
Because he hasn't got a club, and he was like, he was like, I mean, do you remember this? When he got sold, he was like, got like 100 grand for him. And
Yeah.
He never even played a game.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So he's looking.
Okay. Well, Sean, come on home.
Shawnee.
Ethan, though, we'll never see
And
again.
he's Jeremy Goss, his son.
Oh, is he?
No, he's not.
I got a good story about Jeremy Goss. Okay, that is the comings and goings, kind of the people that have former alumni of the St James Park.
Yep.
Zaten Exeter gibi bir takım seçeceğiz. Bayağı düşük bir lig seçeceğiz. Exeter City.
Okay, our time is nearly up, but Dan, I think you've got something you want us to get involved in.
Well, I just thought we could do some like season predictions.
Okay, I've got a sealed envelope here.
Yeah. So we'll just individually and confidentially do our own. I've got a few categories, and we'll answer all these, and we'll put them in a sealed envelope. Or I mean, well, you actually literally have got one.
I know.
Yeah. So, and then at the end of the season, we'll open them up and see how we got on.
Okay,
See
and are we encouraging
how
our
right we
listeners to tweet us their predictions as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I don't know how it works, but how that,
Okay.
with them. I mean, do what you want. If you want to tweet some predictions along these categories, then feel free. Quite what we will do with them, I don't know.
Well, they'll stay on Twitter until we...
Yeah, maybe you
relook at
could.
them.
And at the end of the season, we'll sort of see if anyone did any better than us. We almost certainly will.
Okay, so what are the categories?
So here's
I'm
the
going to write them on the
categories.
outside of the envelope.
All right, cool. So final league position.
Okay, yeah.
So that's that one. Top scorer.
Ooh,
and,
yeah.
and how many they get.
Oh, yeah.
As sort of one,
Yeah, got it.
a joint prediction. Player of the season.
As in the one voted for.
As in whoever gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last season that was Nicky Law won it
Yeah.
hands down. So
Okay,
we'll go against that. Like if we get it the same as them, that that's a point or whatever.
got it.
I've written surprise package.
Does that mean I've got to put a surprise package in the sealed envelope?
No,
Is that
no.
disgusting?
Surprise package means sort of like someone maybe that you weren't expecting to do
Okay.
well, or someone that surprises you. And like it'll be Jordan Tilson is literally unplayable.
Scores 20 goals.
People are comparing him to N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, okay.
And he's like,
So is that yours?
signing for Real Madrid.
Okay, surprise package.
This one's a bit boring. Highest attendance,
That
but
is
the
boring.
number, like not who against, because we know that's going to be Argyle. But like,
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever.
I attend.
Both the scores home and away against Argyle,
Oh, yeah.
and who's going to get the most red cards.
Which player?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all of them. I couldn't think of any sort of funny ones. So so that's why they're not funny. But I thought
You're not wrong.
I thought there might be like, I don't know. This might be interesting in about a year's time, or however long, 9 months or whatever.
Yeah, it will be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It isn't now, but it might be.
I-
But yeah, if you want to have a go at them and
Tweet them in. Or you can email us. of
play
course.
against the house, then go for it.
Remember, you can get in contact with us, as always, on Facebook.
There could even be a prize. What could the prize be? It could be a Exeter City air freshener for your car. No? Or anything you want from the Exeter City Club shop.
Anything you want?
No, to the value of £2.99.
Okay. All right. And we'll buy that for the listener and we'll send it out to them.
Yeah, or we can just post you a cheque in the post for £2.99, but then you have to promise you're going to spend it at the club shop.
We could put $2.99 behind the bar in the club shop.
Yeah, but we won't know who it's for.
Well, we'll say their name. They have to go in and say, "Oh, I'm."
Yeah, but anyone could do it. Someone could go in and steal it.
Well, I trust our listeners, Dan. Clearly, you don't.
No, I do, really. Okay, yeah,
All right.
so that's that.
Okay. Well, that's good predictions.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't do this, and we should have. But predictions for the away shirt, which of course has come out, and hands up if you predicted someone's dropped their ice cream, because that's kind of what it looks like. I like it, but it's got that kind of look about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. I guess I'm sort of indifferent about it. It's better than...
It's better than old Dayglow.
I think it's better than... Well, it is Dayglow.
It's better than previous Dayglow.
Yeah, it's different. I do think it is better.
Yesterday Glow.
But it's... but I don't know how much better it is. But yeah, it
Okay.
is what it is.
Can I add one more category?
Yeah?
First player to get sold
What, in the...
from Exeter City. So January
But
transfer.
I thought about that, like someone to go in January.
Someone to go in January.
Yeah, but what if no one goes? Then we just put no one.
Yeah, if you want to put no one, that can be your guess. That'd be a boring guess, but
And yeah, well, a few seasons ago you would have been right if you put no one, but actually what you meant was Steve Noon. Remember Steve Noon?
Craig Noon.
Craig Noon, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, Craig Noon. Yeah, but if you'd written no one,
You could have been right.
you'd have
both
been right
ways.
as well.
Yeah, he was good when he
'Cause that
Noon.
was-
Went to Argyle and then he was at Cardiff. I think he's still there.
Oh, really?
Craig Noon, yeah. He kind of lacked a neck.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He was a good player.
Yeah,
High shoulders. Okay, that's our prediction. That's our rounds.
Craig Noon.
So league position, top scorer and number of goals, player of the season, surprise package, highest attendance, Argyle scores home and away, most red cards for a player, and who gets sold first in January. I'd also like to add my prediction on air that Sol Campbell will not make it to January at Macclesfield Town.
Oh, you reckon?
I reckon. Maybe it's because he's done so well. More likely because he's eaten one too many
shocked.
oatcakes.
Yeah.
Friends, thanks for listening.
Yeah, cheers.
We'll be back next week.
But we're back now, aren't we? This
We're
is
back in the game.
it. Yeah.
We're hoping to do a few more things, mix it up a bit. So if you've got any ideas, you can always get in touch with us on Twitter at BigBankPod, by email bigbankpod@gmail.com, and on Facebook with the Big Bank Theory podcast. My name's John. I've been here with my friend and colleague Dan.
Yeah, cheers.
See you soon.